And this is the astrological forecast for the sign of Virgo for 2026. I'm on record already as saying that you are going to be one of the two best signs to be in 2026. Although the way the year starts, you might not feel like that. But the more you get into the first couple of months of the year, the more the pressure comes off. So let's have a look at the basics here, and then we'll talk about the meanings. The annual Virgo full moon is actually a total eclipse of the moon. So this is going to be around 13 degrees of Virgo. So that means that those of you born around the 3rd, 4th, 5th of September are going to be coming under this, and you will need to be cautious to a certain extent. The new moon will be on the 11th of September, and this will be taking place at 18 degrees of Virgo, and that's far less of a significant issue. The Sun will move into Virgo on the 23rd of August. And Mercury will spend all of 2.5 weeks in your sign over the coming year. Mercury will be in Virgo from the 25th of August to the 10th of September. And Venus is also going to have a short journey through your sign. Venus enters Virgo on the 9th of July and leaves on the 6th of August. Mars is quiet most of the year for you until the end of the year. Mars will enter Virgo on the 25th of November and then remain with you for the rest of the year, for the last 5 weeks of the year. And it is worthy of note that the more you get into the last month of the year, a number of you are going to find that you're slowing down because Mars is going to go retrograde in Virgo in very early 2027. But that's a subject for another day. Jupiter starts the year in Cancer, a sign that you've got a great deal in common with. And for the first half of the year, through to the 30th of June, Jupiter is going to be sextiling the Sun of those of you born from the 8th to the 23rd of September. So if you're one of these people born in the second half of Virgo, you're going to see some interesting windows of opportunity opening up around you in the first half of the year. And if you take them, you'll thrive. And if you don't take them, you lose nothing. Saturn, which has been the bane of your life for the last 2 or 3 years. Saturn's been in your opposite sign of Pisces, and he starts the year still there, particularly affecting those of you born from the 20th to the 23rd of September, until the middle of February. At which point Saturn will leave Pisces and will stop looking at Virgo and won't touch you again in a challenging way for at least another 5 years, at least. So for many of you, the gravity, pressure, density and restrictions of this last 2.5 years is going to be over by the middle of February. Joy. Uranus starts the year trining the Sun of those of you born from the 20th of September through to the 23rd of September. And this is nice. This brings a degree of stimulus that will run through to the end of April. After this, Uranus then will square the Sun of those of you born at the start of Virgo, by which I mean those of you born from the 23rd to the 27th of August. There's going to be some pretty fundamental changes taking place. There's going to be potentially quite a lot of challenge and or disruption and change. But the results will be measured by the way you react to it. if you just stand your own ground and don't make changes, then the wave of change will swallow you up. But if you flow with it, you'll find that there's some wonderful opportunities for an upgrade and a reboot hidden in this context. Neptune starts the year in your opposite sign. Neptune has spent the last 14 years opposite your sign. And all of you have had at least 1 year out of the last 14 of fatigue and weariness and tiredness. And now Neptune is finishing. He's finishing with you. He's only affecting those of you born on the 22nd and the 23rd of September. And this finishes at the end of January. So the more you get into mid-February onwards, you're all going to feel a lot lighter, a lot less fatigued. And Pluto isn't touching you in 2026, not in any challenging shape or form. So by the time you're into mid-February, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune and Pluto are going to be leaving you alone. And Jupiter's only going to be doing you favours. There are no big retrogrades in your sign. There is that pesky total eclipse of the moon on the 3rd of March, and that is going to affect quite a few of you in quite a serious way. But it's going to be a short, sharp one instead of long and drawn out. And I consider the first few days of March to be possibly the most challenging time of the year for most of you. The only exception to this is those of you born on or after the 20th of September, who are going through their own private form of hell just for the next 6 weeks. By mid-February, it's over. For all of you, the more you get into month 3 and then month 4 of this year, you're going to feel that the pressure and the gravity, the density, and even the fatigue and tiredness is over. And this is why I say that you're one of the best signs to be in 2026, because from early April onwards, you've got a clear deck in front of you. You can make things happen, or you can chill out and do nothing. It's up to you. You're not going to get any major challenges. As far as 2026 goes, Virgo, rarely do I say this, make of it as you will. You can get a hell of a lot done, or you can do nothing. But you're not going to get clobbered, at least from late March, early April onwards. Do yourself a favour. Have an increasingly effective and efficient year.